Hey friends, we are on lesson 53. Go ahead and pull that one out. Lesson 53. While you're doing that, the first one says, Miss Hannon's classroom has 32 pairs of right-handed scissors and 10 pairs of left-handed scissors. How many pairs of scissors are there in all? In all is a clue word when it comes to word problems, and that tells you to add it up. So 32 of right-handed scissors, 10 of left-handed scissors, and those are the two groups we have to add up. 32 plus 10 equals, when I add, I like to switch it to up and down instead of side to side. So 2 plus 0 is 2. 3 plus 1 is 4. 42. Now the answer is 42, but can you remember what we were counting? 42 what? How many pairs of scissors? So you could write 42 and you could write pairs after it, or you could write 42 and you could write scissors after it. I'm gonna write scissors. Always have a label with your answer. Okay? Draw a line of symmetry. So we talked about line of symmetry last time. Line of symmetry, you'll remember, is where you can fold a shape or anything in half, and both sides, all of the edges and points add up, okay? Or I'm sorry, match up. So we can't fold the M this way. The top doesn't match the bottom like a mirror, but we can fold it this way. And if I fold it on that line, these two would match up and these two would match up. They're the same, like a mirror is being held up to them, right? Now a O, I can cut it in half this way, or I can cut it in half this way, and O works either way. So just for the sake of being different than number one, let's cut it in half this way. This side, when I fold it, matches up with this side. D is a little different. If I cut D in half this way, then on this side there's a rectangle with square corners, and on this side there's a curve with no corners. So those two don't match. But if I cut it in half this way, this corner matches this one, and this curve matches this one. How much money is this? So if you need to, turn to the coins page in your math journal, page 5 in your math journal. This one right here. And match up these front and back pictures with the ones on our sheet to double check what these are worth. Pennies are usually all right, except they don't show color on ours. So you have to notice that the little guy is facing this way on a penny. Nickel's just a little bit bigger and the figure looks just a little bit different. And then nickel has a building on the back, and a penny has a building with lots of columns. And then a dime has a torch and little plants on the back. So you'll notice these three are dimes. What was a dime worth again? Did you notice? Dime was worth 10. This is a nickel, and this is a nickel. So that means all four of these are nickels. They match. Nickels are worth 5. And then this last one, remember I said the penny, the guy faces this way instead? Because this isn't brown, that's the best way to figure that out. So this guy's worth 1. So let's add them up. Now you could start counting, but then you have to switch from counting by 10s to counting by 5s to counting by 1s. And that's a tricky thing to do when you're first starting out counting money. So the way that I like to do it is to group all of the 10s together. So count by 10s, 10, 20, 30. I have 30 cents in dimes. Then count by fives for the nickels. 5, 10, 15, 20. I have 20 cents in nickels. And I only have 1 penny, so I'll just add on 1 more. Now add them up. 0 plus 0 plus 1. 3 plus 2. How much money is this? 51 what? Now, there's 2 different things we could do here. The one that would be most common right now is to make a cent sign, because it's not more than 100. It's not more than $1. The other thing you can do is a dollar sign and a decimal point and the 51 after the decimal point. But I think it's fine to do this for now. How many earrings are there? Number 4. So count the individual ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 individual earrings. Now we're supposed to circle the pairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many pairs are there? 7. Now, this was early dividing. This is what dividing is. That's all it is making things into groups. Okay, find each answer. 78 plus 10 more. So, 2 ways we could do this. We can do it on paper, where we do 78 plus 10. 8 plus 0 is 8. 7 plus 1 is 8. Now the other thing we can do is this, is we could take the group of 10 and we can add it on in the tens column. So that 70 becomes an 80. We can add 1 group of 10 and the 7 becomes an 8. And this guy stays the same. The ones column stays the same. We get the same number either way. Do it again here, except this time we're going to take away 10. 30, take away 10. So we can take 1 away from the tens column and make it a 2. And then the ones column stays the same. And on paper, it looks just the same. We end up with 20 either way. You do it whichever way you want, whichever way gets the right answer. 35, take away 10. Take 1 away from the tens column. Make the 3 a 2. And the 5 stays the same. Add on 10 right here. So 6 becomes a 7. And the 0 stays the same. Add on 10 to the tens column. And the 2 becomes a 3. And the 3 stays the same. Take away 10 from the tens column, and the 6 becomes a 5, and the 2 stays the same. What time is shown on the clock? The hour hand is the shorter hand, so that says it's after 7, but not to the 8 yet. So the hour hand is 7. The hour hand is 7. The minute hand is pointed straight down to the 6. In order to figure out the minutes on that, if we haven't got this one memorized yet, we could count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Anything that's pointed at the 6, the minute is 30. Half past. What time will it be 1 hour later? So the minute hand in 1 hour's time is going to go all the way around and land back here. So it's going to be something 30. We're not going to mess with the minutes. We're going to add on 1 hour, because later means 1 hour added on, right? 1 hour later. So we're going to take this and move it 1 hour forward. And now it's going to be pointed here. And we can take this and add 1 onto this hour and make it a 8. So either way, we get 8:30. 8:30. There you go. If you do any scratch work on paper, submit that too. And don't forget to go in and do the math facts practice sheets that I copied off with this. You don't have to time yourself. I know it's boring and not fun, but it will help you get better at this stuff. Have a good afternoon.